Yes, guys, welcome. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Guys, this is a transfer review show. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Guys, the first thing you need to do is hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. And if you are new around here, subscribe to the channel. And if you are new in tonight and you're a new subscriber, let me know in the live chat. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me yet again on a wonderful Tuesday evening. I've got to say, lovely weather out there right now. Guys, we are going to be talking about Liverpool's possible new midfield for next season. Transfers galore. I've got some things to say about, people, down about stuff and all that. I'm going to chat about it. Europa League, all that kind of thing. But big up to everyone in chat. Hope you're all doing well. And don't forget to get your likes in, guys. Get your likes in. There's a nice picture of Navigator there with his. I love this picture of Navigator. Oh, it just cracks me up every time I see this. There's Naby with his injury record right there. Big up Navigator. Oh man. One thing I want to say first, right? Let's get this off. Let's talk about this, guys. So obviously Liverpool going to be in Europa League next season. Forget about top four. Man United aren't going to lose 2 games in a row. They got Fulham and Chelsea, or Chelsea and Fulham, whatever it is. I don't see them losing both games. So, and we'll probably beat Southampton. But it ain't going to matter. We're going to finish 5th in the Premier League. It is what it is. We're going to play Europa League football next season. I'm not as down as I thought I would be. Look, we don't deserve to play Champions League football this season because we've been terrible. We haven't been nowhere near good enough. We deserve what we deserve at the end of the day. And if 5th place is what we deserve, then that's what we got. We can't say no more. 5th is 5th. But look, I'm sort of looking forward to the Europa League because it's the only trophy Jurgen ain't won, I think. It'd be nice to win that trophy. The final is in Dublin. Liverpool in a final in Dublin just seems like it should be. You know what I'm saying? I definitely will be making a trip over if they get there, put it that way. Liverpool in Europa League next season should, in my opinion, take it pretty seriously. I think sometimes we look down on a lot of European competition that's not the Champions League in this country. And I think we should be trying to win everything we're in. Look, I watched Man City, yeah, and I've been thinking about this with Manchester City. Manchester City are the only team in the Premier League, in my opinion, who actually go out and try and win every single competition they're in. League Cup, they try and win it all the time. FA Cup, they try and win it all the time. Premier League, they try all the time. Champions League, they actually do try all the time. Yeah, they've not won one yet, but they try. They actively try and win everything they're in. And I think we should start be doing that because I want trophies at this football club. I don't care if people think they're a Mickey Mouse trophy or it's a trophy that's not worth getting. I want trophies at this football club. And I think we should just be trying to win every trophy humanly possible. Do I want to be in Europa League? Of course I don't. Who wants to be in Europa League? We're Liverpool Football Club. We should be in the biggest competition in club football year in, year out. But we're not this next season. It's just the way it is. What can we do about it? Who can we, there's no point shouting and screaming about it anymore. We're not going to be in that competition. So we just have to lick our wounds, guys. Lick our wounds and go on next season and try and win the Europa League. Why not? Why not? It gets you a path back to the Champions League. Plus, it's another European trophy to add to the honours list. We want to keep our honours list, guys, as high as possible, yeah? We don't want Man City and Man United and everyone to overtake us in honours. Let's go out and keep winning trophies and trophies and trophies. Let's go and try and win the FA Cup next season, League Cup, Premier League, Europa League. Let's put in our heads that we're going to try and win competitions next season. Because I want trophies, guys. So as you guys do. Look, none of us here, you guys in the live chat, me speaking right now, none of us seriously want Europa League. Of course we don't. We want to play the biggest club competition in world football in the Champions League. It's what everyone dreams of playing with. It's where the money is. It's where the revenue is. It's where the best players in the world are. You want to play in that competition. There's no doubt about it. But we can't. So there's no point bitching and moaning about it anymore. The season's done. That's just next season. Look at the Europa League and go, right, let's win this competition. Let's win this competition. You've seen, the 4 possible pots that everyone could be put in. Obviously, Liverpool will be in a top seeded pot. And we're probably going to get a group that we should walk through. We should walk through it. Even with the squad we have now, we should walk through any Europa League Cup group. And try and make a final. Try and win it. The last English team to win the Europa League, was it Chelsea? I don't think many English teams have won the Europa League. I'm trying to think how many English teams have actually won the Europa League. People in the live chat, help me out right now. Is it only Chelsea that have won the Europa League? And I'm not on about the UEFA Cup, what it was called before, because UEFA Cup was a tremendous trophy, obviously, that we won many times. But as it's newly named and newly formed, the Europa League, Man United won it as well, didn't they? Man United and Chelsea won it, yeah. Because Mourinho won it, didn't he? Was it Mourinho won it with United? I believe it was. And Chelsea won it. So let's go and win it. Be Ajax. There you go. Let's go and win it, man. Let's go and win it. Let's keep winning trophies. What's wrong with winning trophies, guys? As I said, it's not the competition we want to play in. It's just not, right? But we're in it. Let's make the most of it. Let's make the most of it while we're in it and just go and win the damn thing, yeah? Because winning you want to breed a team of success, yeah? Well, then you need to win trophies. We can't just be passing up on trophies because we don't like them. We can't go, Europa League, right? Let's not worry about that competition. Just concentrate on the Premier League. Why? Let's win everything because we're not guaranteed to win the Premier League next season. We're nowhere near guaranteed to win the Premier League next season. So why should we just go, let's not worry about the Europa League? Oh, the League Cup, let's not worry about the League Cup. FA Cup, maybe, but let's put all our eggs in one basket in the Premier League. What, and be trophyless again? What, does everyone want to continue being trophyless? Or do you want to win trophies, no matter the size of the trophy? Do you want to carry on success? Do you want the club to be successful and carry on winning things? Otherwise, Man United are going to catch us up in honours. Yeah, Man United might have one more league title than us, but I think they're only one cup away from overtaking our honours or something like that. So let's keep winning trophies and build success. We've got to build a success. We've got to get these players back into winning things again. And win a Europa League. Liverpool next season, say, win a Europa League and get, finish second or third in the Premier League and have a Europa League trophy going with them. That's a good season. That's a good season. So I don't expect Liverpool just the next year win the league title. And I don't think anyone in the live chat right now expects Liverpool next season just to go and win the league title. So we can't be that kind of fan base that just goes, Europa League, let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about it. Let's put that to the side. I don't give a crap about that. League Cup, I don't care about that. So then when we come to the end of next season and we win no trophies, no one should be disappointed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So next season, if we don't win any trophies, no one should be disappointed because no one wanted to win Europa League. No one cares about the League Cup. You've got to win trophies, guys. You've got to win trophies, man. You have to. That's the aim of playing football is to win trophies, is it not? It's the aim of football is to win trophies, and we should be aiming to win everything next season. Every competition Liverpool are in next season, Liverpool should aim to win the lot. Now, you're not going to win the lot, but you should aim to it. Every year you should aim, whatever competition you're in, Liverpool should be going. So next season, Liverpool should be looking at this. We're going to get to the squad in a minute, what we're going to do in the summer transfer market, right? But we should be looking at it and going, right, this is the team we've got. We've got Jurgen Klopp as manager. We're in Europa League. Let's pull our sleeves up. Let's put our big boy pants on and actually go and attempt to win the competition. Because you can't tell me straight away next season Liverpool are probably favourites for that title. As soon as the betting odds come out for the Europa League odds next season, Liverpool are probably favourites, yeah? So Liverpool should go and try and win that trophy. No ifs or buts about it. It's a European trophy, yeah? Gets you back in the Champions League winning it as well. Then look at the FA Cup and go, you know what? Let's try and win the FA Cup. Let's try and win the League Cup, the Premier League. Let's try and win the Premier League. I'm not saying we will win it, but let's give it a go. Let's see what we can do and where we finish is where we finish. You know, we've got to start being a bit more. We got to start deciding. We can't, as a fan base, go right. We don't want to win that trophy because it's beneath us. We're Liverpool. We're much better in that trophy because that's loser mentality, in my opinion. That's loser mentality. Man City wouldn't do that. Man City wouldn't do that. You see the teams Man City put out in the League Cup. They try and win the League Cup every year. You know, Man City have been the League Cup champions for years on the trot recent times. And they legitimately try and win the League Cup every year. They play like, I don't know, Watford in the League Cup at home, and they put a full-strength team out because they're trying to win the League Cup. Pep Guardiola doesn't look at the League Cup and go, that's beneath me. He goes, no, that's a trophy, and I want to win it because it makes me look better, it makes my team look better, and the players start to know what it's like to be successful again. I want to build success, and that's what I want as a Liverpool fan. So, yeah, is the League Cup beneath Liverpool? No, it's not. Is Europa League beneath Liverpool? No, it's not. Go and win these trophies. Yeah? I can guarantee right now, if Liverpool at the end of next season won the Europa League and the League Cup and we finished in the top four, everyone would rate that as a really, really good season. Really good season. Yeah? And it builds on for the season after that. So the season after that, you can build on. You know, you can build on from it. And go, right, that was a wicket. Let's go again. Right? So you've got to keep doing that. So I don't want to hear any of this. That's beneath us. This is beneath us, right? It is what it is, guys. Yeah, we're Liverpool Football Club. Yeah. But these are the competitions we're in next season. Let's give it the best bloody good shot we can and try and win as much as we can next season. Nothing's beneath us. Nothing's beneath us because a trophy is a trophy and success is success. Do you want to be Arsenal and go nearly to the title but be trophyless? You know, Arsenal apparently nearly went for the title, although they could lose the league by 10 points at the end of the season, yeah? All right? But they're going to be trophyless. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to win trophies, man? Do you want to win trophies? And that's what I want to be. I want to see a destiny at this football club. Yeah, it might not be the trophies we want. The Premier League and the Champions League are always the holy grail. Yeah, they're always the holy grail. And that's the ones you should go for all times. But we can't look at the League Cup and FA Cup and Europa League as just, oh, they're nothing. Because that's poor, man. That's poor. You should try and win them competitions. You should try and win them competitions the best you can. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Big up to everyone in the chat. I hope you're all doing well. Big up Aaron, how you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. Big up Hamza. Ian, Bruno, how you doing, man? Michael, how you doing, man? The funniest one is when people downplay World Club Cup. I mean, I don't know anyone else, but I like the sound of world champions. Exactly. And plus, Michael, you can only win that trophy if you've won the biggest trophy in club sport. So if you've won the biggest trophy in club football, the biggest trophy you can win is the only way you can win that trophy. So, man, that's success if you ask me. Nazim, how you doing, my man? Ravi. Big up Chris. Yeah, you're right, Jay. Man City, the only team going strong for everything. Every other team goes second string for some reason, including us. Exactly. We should go for everything, man. We admire too many shoes and Jude, but we are big up to you, my man. It also tells you we could be complacent and lack respect for the opposition. Exactly. You have to trust everyone. Big up Southside Anfield, how you doing, man? Yo, Jamie, the problem with Europa gives the owners excuse to spend little. I believed I've just joined, so I rewind to the beginning. But that said, that's the excuse, bruv. So it's not looking down. It's just the excuse from the owners to express. I don't think the owners are going to be tight, man. I don't think they're going to be this summer. Look, big up Fozzie as well. Big up Bruno, Carmino, Chris. I hope you're doing well. Badge, how you doing, my man? I hope you're doing well. Everyone in the chat, hope you're doing good, man. Big up Fozzie, 100% right, mate. We need to go back to being humble, bro. Yeah, exactly, man. Big up Ben in the chat as well. We're winning it all, mate. Big up Ben. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Not the Mickey Mouse Trophy. Go all out on the league. So, my man, not the Mickey Mouse Trophy. Go out on the league. But the problem with that is, yeah, if you don't win the league next year, we're trophyless. Now, would you try and go for the league? Yeah, finish say second or third in the Premier League, win the Europa League, and win the League Cup, say, or would you not take any of that and finish second behind Man City by 1 point again, but be trophyless? That's what I'm saying, my man. Because if we keep doing that, everyone else is going to catch up with us with honours. We have won the most trophies in English football, yeah, above Man United. If we keep with that aspect of going, right, let's not worry, let's bin all them trophies to one side and only concentrate in the Premier League, and we fail in the Premier League, we're trophyless. And then other teams catch us up with trophies. That's what I'm saying, my friend. That's what I'm saying. We can't pretend we have to go for everything. That's what I'm saying. Big up, RJ. I hope you're fine. I hope you're good, my friend. Like and subscribe, as he says. Big up, John. I hate this Mickey Mouse Trophy nonsense. Every trophy is its value to us. Exactly. Big up to man like Jay. How you doing? Sophia, we're going to go big this summer. I think we are. Bruno says John W. Henry has no choice. Either he steps up or sells a cup complete. No excuses. Exactly. Man United win the FA Cup today, not equal us. I think they are 2 trophies behind, actually. I think they're 2 trophies behind, Aaron. So if they win the FA Cup, which I doubt, but yeah, they're 2 trophies behind. Or even more, actually. I think it might be 4. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to talk about on that. The fact that we need to take trophies more seriously. We can't be sitting in a world where we just think we should put things to the side. You know, I'm all for the Europa League next season. Look, the pots are hilarious. I love them. Let me see if I can find it actually. There's a picture of all 4 pots, I believe, and you can what groups you can get into and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find it out. I might have lost it, but let me see if I've got it. I might not have it no more. I do apologise if I haven't. Yeah, it was quite funny. I don't actually think I've got it now. Big up Captain Sal, Tybok in the house. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Look, yeah, we'll get to the chemistry. Big up, Ben. I agree with you, mate. That's why when people say last season was a failure, I laugh. Yeah, last season wasn't a failure, man. Last season wasn't a failure. Look, we went for the quadruple. That's never been done in English football ever. And if you go back onto last season, we were 20 minutes out from winning the Premier League. If Watkins scores his 1-on-1 against Man City and put Villa 3-0 up, Liverpool probably win the Premier League. Yeah. The Champions League final is what it is. We outplayed Real Madrid to an extent, but we didn't take our chances. And Courtois had one of his magical games that happens in finals. And we won a domestic double and finished second on 90 odd points. It's not a failure at all. It's, yes, you can say you're Liverpool Football Club and your standards should be higher. I don't know how your standards get any higher than that, personally. You lose out in the Premier League for the last 20 minutes of the actual season. And the Champions League final, you lose 1-0 to Real Madrid, where their goalkeeper had the game of their life. So, yeah, almost completed football, man. Yeah, almost completed football. Yeah, we're in pot 1. Yeah, I've seen the pots, Bruno. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've seen the pots. The pots are. That's what I'm saying. Liverpool. Look, Liverpool can mix and match. I'm not saying, by the way, right. So Liverpool have to be careful next season because you got to count. I think Jurgen Klopp will want to try and win Europa League, right? And I think he should try and win Europa League because it is the only trophy he's not won. You know, he goes and wins that. He's won everything: Premier League, Champions League, Europa League, Super Cup, and World Club Championship. He have won every single European and world sort of club honour for Liverpool Football Club. So for one club, so that's a heck of an achievement. So he should probably go out and wanting to win that. But Liverpool just got to be careful because you've got to make sure. Look, the Premier League does take the most, right? Like the Premier League's number one. That's the thing you've got to mostly concentrate on. Even if Champions League is there, Premier League, Champions League, yeah, where you concentrate levels are at. So Liverpool got to make sure they rotate properly. Look, I looked at the teams in Europa League, the groups we can get, the group that we can possibly get. There's no real difficult group. I think AC Milan are in pot 2. That's the only real difficult team. And then the teams in pot 3 and pot 4 are absolutely terrible. So we should be going through the groups, even if we, rotated our team a little bit and stuff like that. We've got good players that can come in and still win them games. And then when we get to the knockout stages, you take it more seriously. You take it more seriously and go on because the Champions League teams come into the next lot. So you have to take these things seriously. Oh yeah, it's not. He hasn't won the Conference League. Maybe we just go down and win that as well. I hear the Mickey Mouse talk, but we need all the pennies from these trophies, so we've got to take them seriously. Yeah, of course you do. Big up, Jamrock. How you doing, man? Playing the DM, James Phillips Football Chat. Playing the DM is Hendo and Fabinho's best role now. If they sign a DM, there's no purpose to keep both. Hendo can't play the 8 effectively at all. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that right now, actually. But big up to you, everyone. If you're new here, guys, in the chat tonight, make sure you hit the thumbs up in the live chat so I can see if you're new and shout you out. But yeah, big up to everyone. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I do. I do. So let's talk about the transfers Liverpool could get in this summer. So the rumour is 3 midfielders and a defender. We spoke about this on last night's debate show. There's been more news around certain players this afternoon. And people like a name that comes up is Thuram. Now, Thuram obviously playing at Nice. Decent footballer, decent midfielder. I know a lot of you guys in the live chat right now are big fans of Khephren Thuram. And I can understand why. He's a decent footballer, man. He's a decent footballer. Let me get his stats up right now. Let me get his stats up right now. Hang on. Yeah, he's a decent player, Khephren Thuram. And Liverpool are apparently big admirers of him. I want your thoughts in the chat as well, guys. Your thoughts in the chat on what you think of all this as well. Are you big admirers of Khephren Thuram? Let me know in the chat right now. I'm going to get his stats up. He's got a market value of 32 million. His contract expires actually in 2025. Position is defensive midfielder. Plays as a DM for Nice. He's got 1 cap for France. I think he was actually born in Italy, believe it or not. But he plays for France. Yeah, he plays DM and central midfield, and he's played on the left side of midfield before as well. Let me find his stats. There we go. He was bought for 500 grand from Monaco in 2019. 500 grand. That's all Nice paid for him from Monaco in 2019. That's a decent bit of business, man. That's a decent bit of business. Now, this season, he has played 35 games in Liga. He has scored 2 goals and assisted 4. So he's played every game. He's played 10 Conference League games. He played 1 Coupe de France and 1 qualifier for the Conference League. So he's played 48 games this season, 2 goals, 8 assists. And he's a DM. So most of that time he's been playing defensive midfield for Nice in that number 6 role. What do you guys think in the chat? Because apparently today, Neil Jones, I think it was on Redmen TV, was saying today that Liverpool admire him. What is everyone's thoughts in that, guys? What is everyone's thoughts? I know a lot of you guys in the chat have been talking about him for quite a while. Let me know in the chat what you guys think, because he's someone I've only watched a few times. I ain't going to sit here and pretend I've watched him loads. I've watched him a few times. He's definitely a decent player. There is no doubt about that. He's definitely a decent player. What I've seen him with quite a few Conference League games. I think I've actually watched him in the Conference League more than I've watched him actually play in La Liga. So it's hard to see where he's at, but apparently the rumour is between 30 and 40 million euros for Thuram. Now, I've been saying it for a while. The players Liverpool go by might not be appreciated by a lot of the Liverpool fan base. I think a lot of the Liverpool fan base are looking at it right now and thinking, right, we can do better than that player. We can do better than that player. We can do better than that way. We're Liverpool Football Club. Get that player, get that player, get that player. You know, we need world-class midfielders. Now, I don't know actually how many world-class midfielders are out in the world. I ain't going to sit here and pretend everyone's world-class. I know a lot of people just say, oh, that player's world-class, that player's world-class, that player's world-class. And in reality, they're not. Thuram might have a lot of potential. He might be a player that has tremendous potential. But for next season, he might not hit the ground running. And people might start getting on his back and stuff like that. And people might go, this ain't the sort of player that's going to take us to the Premier League again. And that's true. That's true. But he might be that kind of player that takes us back to the Premier League title in 2 years' time. See, the thing we got to remember here is no matter what players we get in, even if we went and got a Jude Bellingham, say, and a Barella and all this, and we got these world-class players that everyone wants, yeah, and we still don't win the Premier League, you know, that ain't the fault of the players we bought in or the manager or whatever it is like that. It's just that the team that we're playing up against, who's won a three-peat, is going to be the team that are probably going to be firm favourites of the title next season and hard to beat. You know, Man City go look for 4 Premier League titles in a row. No one has ever won 4 league titles in a row. So they could make history next season. And they're probably going to want to try and make history next season because these players, you know, you hear Man City players after the title celebrations on the weekend going, yeah, we're ready for next season now. We're going to defend this title and win it again. And it scares you because you believe it. And that's the problem. You believe what they're saying. You're like, shit, they probably will. So we need to get these players that are coming in are maybe not going to be the players that we all are craving for, we all want, we all like sitting there and going, yeah, I definitely want that player. That player's going to be absolutely fantastic for us. But a Thuram might be fantastic for the future. He might not hit the ground running straight away, guys. But let me know in the live chat right now, guys. I want all you. There's 133 people here. Let me know right now in the live chat with a thumbs up or thumbs down. Thuram, would you be happy if Liverpool Football Club this summer went and got Thuram from Nice? Thumbs up or thumbs down in the live chat right now, guys. Let me know. He is. How old is he? How old is he? Where? He's 22. So he's only 22. Look. Good age, 22 years of age. He has got a market value of 32 million euros. So that's on transfer market. So in reality, he's probably, you know, closer to the 40 million mark. But 22 is a decent age. He's like 6'4". So he's a big midfielder. He's tall. He's long. He's aggressive. He's good on the ball. He's got a nice pass on him. You know, and he has got an assist in him considering he plays defensive midfield. So, yeah, I think, and he's Well, I'm looking at his stats right here, and the evaluation of Thuram through the season, his stats have gone up like that, and gradual incline, which is good. Yeah, he's a player. Apparently, he's got no agent, so this might be an easy signing to buy. Yeah, let me know in the live chat, guys. Let me know in the live chat. Big up, Scraps. How you doing, man? Until we get new owners, we ain't winning the league, says Captain Sal. Captain Sal, come on, let's be cheery. Mr. Leo G in the house. Mr. Leo G, are you a new subscriber? Big up to you, my friend. Thuram is a classic Klopp player. Wino says thumbs down. Wino, let me know in the chat why you said thumbs down, man. Anyone else who says thumbs down, let me know in the chat, yeah? Your reasons in big up Jamrock, big up Bruno, big up G-Man. Chris says thumbs down. Again, Chris, let me know in the chat, man. Jamie, I really like Eze at Palace. I really like Eze at Palace as well, but I don't think Eze suits our system. I don't know where he plays in our system. Big up Michael. He doesn't play DM, Jamie. The times I've seen him play, he's played defensive midfield. Remember, there's two kinds of different ways of playing defensive midfield. You get a defensive midfielder like Kimmich, who's the controller, plays in that double pivot, or you get a defensive midfielder that's a bit like Fabinho or Rodri. So you get that different kind of class, or Agate, that kind of defensive midfielder. You can get different kind, if you're a defender that plays like behind other midfielders, you're classed as a defensive midfielder. Now, looking at Thuram's stats as well, the majority of his season has been in that number 6 role and that number 8 role. So he's mixed and matched. His main position, though, for Nice this season has been defensive midfield. So, but he plays it in a different way. He doesn't play it in, say, like a Fabinho way. He plays it a bit more advanced sometimes, but he definitely plays a little bit deeper. Would rather we got Premier League players in. Yeah, Bruno said 40 or 50. French League, and it screams signing that Klopp would bench because he doesn't have pedigree. Big up. All right, fair enough, Wino. Fair enough. Gerson, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Brogate is the way forward. He is a unit. I watched him versus Benfica on the weekend. He was doing bits. Yeah, I watched that game. Look, because a lot of people, I went back and found that game. I saw highlights of it because a lot of people were talking about that Benfica Sporting game and how good Garte was. I went back and looked at the highlights of it. Yeah, Garte looks a player, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think if we get, I think if we get Thuram in here, play further forward in midfield, he'd be like a number 8, like Aaron says, right centre midfield. That's where I play. Toto Hammer, big up to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Big up Ian in the house as well. Yeah, Tonali's my man. I love Tonali. Tonali's a player. I've rated Tonali for a long time now. He's a player that goes very under the radar when people were talking about midfielders. But again, I just don't think he's going to leave Italy. I don't think Tonali's going to leave Italy. Declan Rice, we'll get you the Declan Rice stuff. Big up Solo. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Faceless London, big up to you. Big up Wino as well. To be honest, Jamie, I'm fine with Thuram as long as he's allowed to play rather than be play help Fabinho catch form. Yeah, exactly. Jacob Ramsey's a good player as well, but the money Jacob Ramsey will cost, English playing for Aston Villa, Liverpool come looking around 70 mil. That's what they go ask. Weighted, scattered, monitored, tracked. You ain't gonna afford it. Big up, Jeff. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think Thuram. That's what I'm saying. I think Thuram would be like a right-sided midfielder if he comes to Liverpool. Be that like number 8 right-sided midfielder or left-sided midfielder in that sort of number 8 position. I agree, Jamrock. Way big up Bobby, Naby, Oxmilner leaving, everyone excited, but I'm sad we didn't get any money for these players. Bad business by Liverpool. It's terrible business by Liverpool. But I think it's the way. I don't get it. Look, Liverpool need to be more ruthless this summer, and I've been saying this for a while. So, yes, FSG take a lot of the blame, but I also look at the manager at the same time. Now, James Milner's already come out and said he wanted to stay at Liverpool. Klopp wanted him to stay at Liverpool, and it was the ownership that took over that and said they're not getting a new deal. So my worry is that I know everyone wants a DM, right? I've been saying for the longest time now about Fabinho's done. I said it last season, and everyone got on me. I think LFC Aaron in the chat, he stuck by me on this. Last season, I said, there's something wrong with Fabinho. He don't look right. He doesn't look right to me. There's something up with him right now. And, people are running past him. He's not reading the game as well as he used to. And the last few weeks, everyone's been coming back to the Fabinho thing, going, Fabinho's playing all right. Fabinho's playing all right. Everyone who said they wanted him out and this and all that, he just needed to be rested. And then I was like, no. The reason Fabinho's looking decent the last few weeks is because everyone's playing in front of him. Everyone we've played, no one's really pressed our midfield. No one's really got on top of us in our midfield like that in the last few weeks. All the players been in front of Fabinho. So Fabinho's actually had quite a lot of space. Go back and watch the games in recent weeks. Fabinho's had a lot of space in the midfield. He's not been closed down. He's not been harried. He can get forward. He can step forward further into midfield and play them long balls over the top and chips over the top that he's very good at doing, yeah? But then you go back to the Aston Villa game on Saturday. Go back and watch the Aston Villa game on Saturday. Aston Villa play a high line. When they play this high line, they also press our midfield. And because they played a high line and pressed our midfield, Fabinho was terrible. He got pressed. He didn't have no time to do what he wanted. He got harried. He got harassed. He couldn't control the game. So, in my opinion, Fabinho has still got these issues in his locker. For me, we should be looking for another DM. Because we can't be going another season and we still got Fabinho there and he's still having issues and we haven't got a DM to bring off the bench. And this is my issue with everything about this summer. And I'll keep saying this. As long as you've got Jordan Henderson at the football club, he's got to have a part in our team. Jordan Henderson can play the number 6 role. So that's another DM. Fabinho can play the 6 role. That's another DM. Well, he does play the 6 role. He's a DM naturally. Hendo can play the 6 role. Klopp's played him there many times before. So he can play the DM role. Stefan Bajcetic, when he comes back from injury, he's mainly a defensive midfielder. So that's 3 DMs. Why would we go and buy a DM? Why would we go and pay £52 million for Agate if none of them midfielders are leaving? The only way Liverpool go and buy Agate, in my opinion, is we let Fabinho go, or we let Henderson go, or we let Stefan Bajcetic go out on loan or something like that. That is the only way Liverpool... There was no point in Liverpool having 4 DMs. None. And that is down to the management and the ownership being more ruthless and getting rid of these players and bringing fresh ones in. So as long as, I've been saying this for ages now, as long as Jordan Henderson is in the match day squad and is part of this team, he takes a midfield spot up. And he is capable, in Klopp's eyes, of playing the 8 and the number 6 if needed. If Fabinho is injured and Stefan's not available, Jordan Henderson will play the number 6 role. So Jurgen Klopp's going to look at it and go, I don't need to spend £52 million on Agate when I've got Henderson there, I've got Fabinho there, and I've got Stefan Bajcetic there. Now, us in the chat will be like, no, go and get Agate anyway, but that's not the way we roll. Players need to leave for players to come in. Klopp knows this. This is why sometimes I blame the owners because they're the owners of the football club, yeah? They're the money men. But sometimes I look at Klopp and go, just sell them. Just if you think Agate is a better player and can do a job, let some of these players go. How long does Fabinho stay at Liverpool? How long does Fabinho stay at Liverpool? How long does Henderson stay at Liverpool? And I'm not degrading these players. They've been excellent for us. But no player should have longevity at a football club till they retire. You know, you should think about refreshing and moving. Because if you don't refresh and move, you stay stagnant. And if you stay stagnant, you go like pond water and no one wants you. Yeah? And that's what's going to happen to us. It's happened this season. We stay stagnant. We had pond water in our midfield. Yeah? They're not what they used to be. But we're going to keep them again next season and add to it. So we can't get certain players into our midfield because there's not going to go and buy Nugate when you've got Henderson who can play the 6, Fabinho can play the 6, and Stefan Basetic who can play the 6. They're not going to buy a guy because a guy is a defensive midfielder. He can't play anywhere else, you know. And if Klopp's going to play a double pivot in the midfield anytime, he's going to play Trent alongside Fabinho. So Trent takes that double pivot spot. So again, he's not going to buy Agate. So this is what I'm saying. I agree with all you guys. We should go and buy Agate. But don't always look at the owners as the ones to blame on this, guys. Management takes a big toll. Jurgen Klopp takes some of the thing on this. The new Big George is coming from Germany, who's going to be our sporting director. He's Jurgen Klopp's pick. Jurgen Klopp picked him out. He was his handmade pick for that role. He's got a 3-month contract. That 3-month contract is to do through the summer transfer window because the summer transfer window is from June till the end of August, ain't it? So it's that 3-month transfer window. After that, they're going to rate what he done, and if Klopp wants to keep him, he's going to get a 3-year deal. That's the way it's working. All right? So we can't always go, oh, it's FSG's fault, it's FSG's fault. If we've got players at this football club that we're not getting rid of, how can we get more? Look, I'll put it like this. So Stefan Basetic, that's 1 midfielder. Henderson, that's 2 midfielders. Fabinho, that's 3 midfielders. Curtis Jones, that's 4 midfielders. Thiago, that's 5 midfielders already, right? Then you got, Harvey Elliott who plays in midfield but shouldn't. That's 6, right? Who else am I missing? Is that it? So Stefan Basetic, Thiago, Hendo, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott can play there. You know, and then you got 4 free spots left, yeah? And that makes 9 midfielders. 9 midfielders. Oh, and you got Tyler Morton coming back as well. So that's 10. Do you see what I mean? And we've got to have a squad of 25. So not all them midfielders are going to be in the squad. Plus, you've got to have a man of bloody homegrown quota and English quota and all this nonsense. So where in the hell are we going to get all the room to get all these midfielders in if we're not selling any? Look, 3 midfielders have left this summer, yeah? Right? 2 of them never play anyway. So they don't need replacing because they never play. You know, Oxlade-Chamberlain never played. Naby Keita never plays, so we're replacing fresh air. We need to let more midfielders go to get more midfielders in. We need to start moving forward. Fabinho is going to be 30 this coming season, yeah? Fabinho is going to be 30 this coming season. Let me know in the chat right now, with a thumbs up or a thumbs down, do you trust Fabinho next season? Do you guys trust Fabinho as your defensive midfielder next season? Thumbs up in the live chat or thumbs down in the live chat. Let me know, guys. Let me know. So I'm hoping Liverpool get 3 midfielders in and we have to start loaning some out. Because if Liverpool are going to get 3 midfielders in, I think it's going to be Birch. I'm hoping Thuram and Mac Allister. Say they're the 3 midfielders come in, right? And the way we're going to play next season, I think, is quite similar to the way we're finishing this season, where Trent is that inverted midfielder. If that's the case, I think we'll be loaning Tyler Morton back out. I I've got a feeling Harvey Elliott will be moved into the forward area as a right winger. That'll be his position, so no longer a midfielder. So that takes a spot away. You move Harvey Elliott further up the field. And don't forget, when you register players, guys, you have to register their position as well. So I think Harvey Elliott will be as a forward player next season. So Tyler Morton will be put back out on loan. So then that leaves us Thiago, Hendo, and Fabinho as our 3 senior midfielders. 3 new midfielders, say Mac Allister, Thuram, and Birch. That's 6. Then you got a Curtis Jones. That's 7. Yeah, that'd be probably where we're at. Tyler Morton would be there as 8, but he'd probably go on loan because I don't see him playing any football for Liverpool next season. So that's down to 7 again. And that's probably where we are, guys. That's probably where we are on that front. Big up to everyone in the chat. Let me just read some chats out because there's some new people in the house as well. Big up Ads LFC. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Chris, I'd rather get rid of Hendo. Bailey in the house. Big up, Bailey. I believe you said you were from Jamaica. Big up to you. Easy, Bailey. How you doing, my friend? I hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, big up to you, my friend. Big up to you. Big up Josh T in the house. Hope you're doing well, Riz. Fab be the first to go before Hendo, sadly. Yeah, we need to move on. We need to move on. We need this midfield freshened up. No. I think his hunger has gone. FSG used to sell to buy. We don't sell anyone no more. Fab would be good only in select games. Other than that, no. Big up Josh, FIFA King. Big up to you, my friend. Not against quality teams. Morgassa, is that? Big up to you if you're new to chat, my friend. Big up Daz. Low Morton and Clarkson. Just saying, I will never forget Klopp saying how dynamic Ox is as a midfielder. No need to get midfielders last summer. Yes. Big up my friend Kenyon Key, is that? Big up to you. No, I want to get rid of Fabinho. Rabin T Mac. Big up to you, my friend. Harvey's too slow. He is. Basetic. Big up Indian Scouser in the house. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, lots of thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much. Big up, guys, hitting up over 102 likes. Guys, there's 152 people in the house right now. If you've not hit that thumb button right now, go and smash that thumb button, guys. Let me know if you hit the thumb button in the poll as well. If you've not hit the thumb button yet, why have you not hit the thumb button, guys? Let me know. But let's try and get them likes up more if we can, guys. Big up to everyone. Hit that thumb button below. People forget Hendo Fabinho Fresher not playing as much next season. Live and an adventure. Do you actually believe that, Lo? Look, it's a point. It's a good point. But do you actually believe and trust that Hendo and Fabinho won't play as much next season? Because if we're not buying a DM, Fabinho is the number 1 defensive midfielder for Liverpool. So that tells me Fabinho will probably play a lot of games next season. Jordan Henderson has played 50 games this year. 50 games to Liverpool he's played this year. Do you actually see for Henderson going hardly playing any games next season? This is my worry and concern on it. This is why I'm with a lot of people in the chat. Go for an Agate, get a defensive midfielder in that can let if we let one of our defensive midfielders go and got an Agate in, I'd be all right with Fabinho playing bit parts here and there and keeping him fresh. I really would. You know, but if we don't, Fabinho is going to be our number 1 DM next season. You know, I know a lot of people got their hopes on Stefan Basetic. I rather see Stefan playing a bit further in front of Fabinho. I don't think it suits for Stefan to be that lone defensive midfielder. Plus, he's only 19 years old. You know, why put all that pressure on a young lad? You know, he can play further up the field where he hasn't got that pressure of defending the whole midfield. You know, so if that's the case, We've only got 2 people who can play the number 6 role without buying a new number 6, and that's Fabinho and Henderson. So Fabinho and Henderson will be the number 6s next season, unless we buy one in. I think Fab will be a bit part players. Who do you think we're going to buy as a DM for that to happen, my friend? Let me know in the live chat. And I'm not having a gate. I'm not, it's all debate here. But let me know in the live chat, live and adventure, who you think will be the DM. Who will be the DM next season for them to only be part players? Jamie, you think Mac Allister is close? I reckon it could be done by Sunday. Yeah, I think Mac Allister's almost done, my friend. I think he is. Big up, you Rim. How you doing, my friend? Hello, Mighty Reds. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if I butchered your name. Fabinho and Hendo are treading in water now. Legs have gone. Europa League group stages. Hendo, Fab, Jones, Elliot, Carvalho, midfield. Fair enough. Says only 19. He should be a bit part exactly. He's going to bring Tyler in, isn't he? Lavia, do you think Lavia is one of the options? Now, I like Lavia, and he's just got relegated with Southampton, which means we can probably pick him up cheap. Now, this is one of the things I will say that FSG like their cheap buyers. That I look at Lavia, FSG will look at Lavia, will look at his potential, will look at his age, and and how many years he can give Liverpool Football Club, and the price that he'll probably cost. It's an FSG kind of buy. There's no doubt about it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we did this. Lavia's a good footballer. He's a very, very talented footballer. I don't know if Man City have got a buyback on him. I have no idea. I believe he's a Man City player. I think Man City might have a buyback on him. I have no idea. But the kid's got talent. My problem is he too young? Do we need some more experience right now? And this is something that annoys me, guys, because the people we're buying this summer, we should have bought last summer. So say we got Birch and Mac Allister and all these players this summer. If we got them last summer and didn't obsess with this Jude Bellingham nonsense and just got them last summer, then I'd be all right getting Lavia this summer because we've already got the midfielders in we needed. And then get Lavia in as that up-and-coming, exciting prospect that adds to our squad. Beautiful. But we need probably players that can go straight away next season. As soon as the first game of the Premier League starts next season, Liverpool need to be gone and going at the races straight away. So is it too early to bring a Lavia in? Because that's my worry. I like the kid. I think he's a good player, but that's just my worry on it. That's my worry on it. Allister is a DM, maybe. I think Percentage is not as good as going forward as he is defensive, and honestly, I think Tyler Morton may surprise a few people. He's got talent. Yeah, I'm not going to disrespect saying Tyler Morton's terrible. I just think if we're buying players in, I just don't see how Tyler Morton. Big up to you, my friend. I don't see how Tyler Morton plays. And they can't play DM. All he does is piss off back to Allison. I agree, but unless we buy someone who can play that DM role, I'm not sure. Fabinho would not be a bit part of it. I can assure you of that. Yeah, I think Fabinho's going to play the majority of the games next season. Well, Graham Birch can play DM and Lavia, as the other chat you said. Again, they're very young. Very young. Do you want these young players to play defensive midfield for Liverpool just now? I'm not sure. I agree with what you say. Gravenberch, I think, is more of that sort of Genie Wijnaldum kind of midfielder. That sort of 6 and an 8. You can break the lines and win the ball back. Got good quality with his feet. He's got an eye for goal. Good pass on him. I don't know if you want to play him as the sole DM. And also, it all depends what formation we play next season. If we're playing 4-3-3 and Trent goes back to right back and only plays right back, I think we could have issues. I really do. I think we can have issues. And then you're looking at a 3 midfield. Then you're probably just going for Fabinho as your main DM, and you're having 2 8s basically next to him. You know, it all depends what way we're playing next season as well. Look, if Trent is playing inverted next season and he's coming into their midfield roles and playing alongside a defensive midfielder, then maybe you could play like a Birch there or something like that. I get what you're saying. Then maybe you can do that. It all depends how we're playing next season, as you say. How many 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds do we want? And Lavia is a ball-carrying DM. He's not a tracking type of DM. Exactly. We want tracking, man. Jamie, who are your realistic signings this summer? My realistic signings this summer is Mac Allister. I think that is a realistic signing. Look, I know apparently Man City have come into the thing now, and people are getting scared of it because Man City have apparently coming. I think Liverpool have done quite a lot of work behind the scenes. If they thought Man City had a chance of getting Mac Allister, I think Liverpool would have pulled out the Mac Allister race by now because they can't compete financially with Manchester City. And I think you would have seen somewhere on Twitter now from what somebody's saying, Liverpool pull out the Mac Allister race because the fear of Manchester City and they can't compete with them financially. That'd be, look, that might still happen. It wouldn't surprise me. You heard that next week. All of a sudden, Liverpool pull out the Mac Allister race because Man City have come calling now and they just don't think they can compete with City financially. That would pee me off because I think Mac Allister's a top draw player. That suits the way we play. You look at Mac Allister plays for Brighton. He plays, you know, I watched the way he plays for Argentina and Brighton. He's hardworking. He runs all day. He's good at winning the ball back. He's good under the press as well. You know, he's quite press resilient. He's also good at putting the press on. He's very good with the ball at his feet. You know, he's got a quality pass. He's got an eye for goal. He's a very good midfielder. He's been an exceptional signing for us. So I'm hoping we do get Mac Allister. I've got my fingers crossed on it. That Liverpool have done enough work behind the scenes now to get this Mac Allister deal done. Who else? Birch is another one. I like Birch. Ryan Birch has got all the potential to be as good as Jude Bellingham, in my opinion. People might think I'm an idiot for saying that, but if you go back to when Birch was at Ajax, Birch was getting a lot of flowers. A lot of people were saying Birch is, you know, as good as any teenager in European football at the time. He's got a lot of potential. Unfortunately for him, he went to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich chose not to play him. Nagelsmann didn't really rate him. He didn't like him. And at this moment in time, Tuchel don't rate him either. So Birch might want to leave Bayern Munich in the summer and look for another options. With Bayern Munich, they're buying midfielders in. They've already got one midfielder coming in. What is it? What's his name? Lamar. Is coming into Bayern Munich on a free transfer. He's going to be put on a high wage because he's a free transfer, so he's probably going to play in front of Birch. So that's Birch's. And then you got the feeling of Kimmich. So apparently Kimmich wants to leave Bayern Munich because he's fell out with the ownership at Bayern Munich and the management at Bayern Munich. Now Kimmich, the Liverpool wanted to do something. Listen up, Liverpool. If you want to go and do something, go and get Kimmich from Bayern Munich. Apparently 65 million is what Bayern Munich are asking for Kimmich. Go and get it done. I know he's 28. He's a lot older than I actually thought he was. But I'd actually go, Kimmich is quality, man. Go and get Kimmich. Can you imagine Kimmich and Trent in the same team? Kimmich and Trent in the same team. Yeah, go and get Kimmich done. Go and get Kimmich done. And the other one's Declan Rice. So apparently West Ham are only asking 70 million for Declan Rice. I don't know what happened to my voice then. West Ham are only asking 70 million for Declan Rice. Should be all over it. Now, this is where I agree with the fan base sometimes when they say about FSG. Are they actually get, you know, how hungry are they? How much success do they want at the club? Why can't they afford to go and get a Declan Rice if he's 70 million? And I agree. Go and get a Declan Rice. Declan Rice would be perfect for us. You can let go of Henderson and Fabinho. Go and get Declan Rice and sit him in the number 6 position. Also, not the number 6 position. Declan Rice is a very good box-to-box midfielder as well. I actually think Declan Rice is better box-to-box than he is a defensive midfielder. He reads the game extremely well. He's got a great pass to him. He can score a good goal. He can control a game of football. He can control midfield. I think Declan Rice is an exceptional talent that not a lot of people appreciate what he's got because his name's Declan Rice. If he had a more fancy name, I think more people would really, really like Declan Rice and rate him more. But yeah, Declan Rice, Birch, and I almost said a Mason Mount. I don't want Mason Mount. And Mac Allister. They would be mine. Let me know yours as well, guys. Let me know yours. Mac Allister, Thuram, and Birch. Mac Allister, Mount, and Lavia. We better sign Mac Allister. Yeah, I agree. Cooper Miners. Yeah, that's one that won't go away. Kimmich going to play Europa League. Look, we've got to remember as well that Liverpool won't be in Europa League after next season. I'm telling you right now, because the new Champions League rules come in for next season. So Liverpool finish 5th again next season. They get Champions League because of the we're like football royalty, so we get that Champions League spot. So Liverpool will be back in the Champions League no matter what after next season. But yeah, so I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about having 1 year out. Yeah, Kimmich at City makes all the sense in the world, don't it? Because Gundogan leaving to Arsenal by the looks of it. That's a bit of a weird one if you ask me. But yeah, Kimmich at City, yeah, and you put Stones back in that centre-back position. You shore that defensive lineup. You put Kimmich in there. Oh, yeah. Fuck it. Mac Allister, Thuram, Barella. Yeah, that'd be a good team. Thiago, Possession, Mac Allister, midfield. As a fan base, we just throw out stuff as to why we don't get players without looking at other factors, like where the player actually wants to go for some reason. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Everybody wants to just join us if we approach them far from the truth. Yeah, of course. City will swap for Kimmich. Yeah, that's a good point, Wino. That's a good point. To be fair, if it takes them away from the Mac Allister transfer and they go for Kimmich, I'd probably prefer Mac Allister. Look, Kimmich is 28, I do believe. I'd rather get Mac Allister in, who's 24, and because I think Mac Allister is a quality footballer, and he's only going to get better. So probably I'd prefer the Mac Allister deal. 2 midfielders plus 1 defender is needed badly. Sorry, you can hear my kids, guys. They're fighting. Shouldn't we go for Gundogan? I'm not sure. He's 32 now, isn't he? Is he 32 now? I'm not sure if he would be a player I'd be jumping at 32. Now, the reason Gundogan's look good for 32 is because of the way Man City play. The way Man City play, they can play it. They play at such a pace and speed that, Gundogan's looked healthy at 32. You put him in the Klopp system of style where you've got to run a lot more, cover more ground, in that different style, I think he'd be caught out a little bit and start to look a little older, if that makes sense. So I'm not quite sure on the Gundogan one. I think he does suit Arsenal, to be fair, actually, with the way Arsenal play, very similar to the way City play. So yeah, I'm not too kind on that one, to be fair. Why are we not allowed to sign world-class players? Oh, we are. It's just that our owners won't. I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying we won't. That's all it is. Kimmich City is scary though, Jamie. Yeah, but 28 to 29. I'd be more worried if Mac Allister went to City, actually. I'd be more worried if Mac Allister went to City. Declan wants London clubs, apparently. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of southern-based footballers, especially London-based footballers. They look to stay in London because there's so many teams in London. You don't have to move house. You don't have to uproot your family. You don't have to take your kids out of schools or anything like that. You can just basically stay where you are. So if he lives in the East End of London, say, and he goes to a North London team or anything like that, he can basically stay where he lives. He doesn't have to move around. If he goes to Arsenal, he can stay. Kids can stay in the same school. He can stay in the same house. He doesn't have to up move or anywhere. So I can understand it. I can understand it. It's Rhino20. Big up to you, my friend. We need a centre mid defender in respect of Fabinho. He has really had a bad season. Yeah, I agree. We do need a DM, but I don't think we're going to get one. Kimmich win now. Mac Allister win in 2 years. Even if we got Kimmich in now, we know I don't think we'd win now. If you're on about the Premier League in that aspect. Arsenal, Man United, Newcastle all end up in Europa League knockout stages. That won't surprise me. Look, Newcastle, I've got a future video coming out about, Newcastle and all that and Arsenal and everything. So look out for that. But yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I think the Champions League is going to be quite hard on Arsenal and Newcastle. I really do. Newcastle ain't been there for 20 years. It's going to take a lot out of them and Eddie Howe because Eddie Howe, for the first time in his managerial career, has got to contemplate working a Premier League season and a Champions League season together. And it's going to be very difficult. Newcastle have had it their own way this season with no Europe, so they could put everything into the Premier League, and that's why they've got third in the league. They've overplayed themselves. You look at Newcastle's squad; it shouldn't be in the top four. They've overplayed themselves, like Leicester over the last few years. And I think they'll struggle next year, Newcastle. I really do. I don't care who they go by. I know a lot of people go and say, "Oh, they're fourth now." Newcastle got in the Champions League already. They're a year early. Oh, they just go mad in the transfer market and buy this player, that. But let's see. Arsenal as well. I think Arsenal the thing with Arsenal, they kept quite a lot of their Premier League team fit this season, apart from Gabriel Jesus, really. Apart from Gabriel Jesus and Saliba, a lot of their players stayed fit this season. The majority of their core players stayed fit. I think Arteta used the least players in the Premier League out of all the teams this season and kept the same team for a lot of the season because he rotated a lot in Europa League. Now, in the Champions League, Arsenal are going to have to play their best team in the Champions League and their best team in the Premier League next season. And I think that with their young team, I think that's going to take a lot out of Martinelli and Saka, which reason I don't think Arsenal will do well next season. Agate is the only answer for me. Big up, my man. Hey, Jamie, what are your expectations for next season? It might not either win either the League or Europa League, FA Cup and top four. For me, I think we should be going for the title next season. I really do. People might laugh at that and go, we're miles behind, Jamie. We're miles behind Arsenal and Newcastle are in the top four now. And I say, no, we refresh this midfield and get players in. We got a lot of players that I still wouldn't swap for a lot of the other teams in this league. I look at Arsenal's first 11. Liverpool's best 11 is still better than Arsenal's best 11 because there ain't many players in that Arsenal 11 I would swap for a lot of Liverpool players. Would I swap Ramsdale for Alisson? No. Would I swap Tierney or Zinchenko for Robbo? No. Would I swap anyone for Trent? No. Would I swap anyone for Kanate and Virgil? No. I know Virgil had a bad year, but I think Virgil comes back next season. Then in the forward areas, I'd have still Salah over Saka. I'd probably still have Diaz over Martinelli, and I'll probably have Jota over Gabriel Jesus. I think if Jota stays fit all season, I think Jota scores more goals than Gabriel Jesus. I don't think Gabriel Jesus was that great this year. I think he's a bit overrated, personally. So, yeah, I think we should still be going after the league, guys. I think we should still be going after the league. Polinia, I believe he's 28, 29. He's a lot older. I think he's older than he looks. I think he's going to be 29 going into next season. I think he's older than he looks. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Martinelli's a quality player. I'm just saying I wouldn't have him over Diaz. That's all. But Martinelli is a quality player. Martinelli is a quality player. You're living off paper and form and potential. Well, we don't know what anyone's potential is yet, do we? That's the thing. We don't know what anyone's potential is yet. See, Saka and Martinelli, yeah, they got potential, but I've seen a lot of young players that are exceptional that die out at 24, 25. So we don't know. Do you know what I mean? But I'm talking about next season. Look, I think what people get scared of, and I don't understand it, I think people get scared of this, right? We as a fan base put our team down all the time. We never think our players are good enough. I don't know why. We never appreciate our players. You look at Mo Salah, he's the best right winger in the Premier League, without a shadow of doubt. He's probably the best right winger in European football. But we continuously put him down. We put down our players all the time. Martinelli's a fabulous little player. But Luis Diaz and Martinelli, if Luis Diaz stays fit, I think he gets the same sort of goals and assists as Martinelli does. I really don't, I think that one's a toss up. Yeah, I think that one's a toss up. Gabriel Jesus, I'd have Jota over Gabriel Jesus. I don't think there's much in that. Really don't. I really don't think there's much in Jota and Gabriel Jesus. I really don't. Really don't. They got Xhaka in midfield. Odegaard, I'd have, obviously. Odegaard's a quality player. But that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. I wouldn't have. No. The problem is, yeah, currently it's not good enough. That's why we're in the Europa League, right? Yeah, I agree. So Saka and Martinelli played for Arsenal last season and they finished 5th. This is what I'm trying to say. Because Arsenal have had a good year this year, that doesn't mean they're better than us. That's what I'm getting at, guys. Arsenal finished 8th, 8th, and 5th, and they're 2nd. Yeah. Last year, they still had Saka and Martinelli. This year, they brought in Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko. That's helped their team massively. They still have and Saliba, right? Them three have come in this season, and they've helped their team massively, right? They still had Ben White last season. They still had Aaron Ramsdale last season. They still had Xhaka last season. They still had Thomas Partey last season. They still had these players last season, but finished 5th. And we got the same players and finished 2nd last season. And we got the same players. So I don't think, only because we've had a bad year, doesn't mean that our players have got worse. We just had a bad year. Jota over Jesus, definitely, but Jesus over Gakpo, but non-scoring number 9s. I think Gakpo's got a better scoring rate since January than do people overrate? Is Gabriel Jesus a little overrated? Is Gabriel Jesus a little overrated? Let me know in the chat right now. I think Gabriel Jesus is a little overrated. I think people overrate him massively. I think Gakpo's done well since January. I mean, you got to remember, we only bought Gakpo in January. He's only been here a few months and only got like 8 goals or something like that. I mean, it's not too bad, It's not too bad. Look, with the Arsenal guys, I agree with all you guys. Saka and Martinelli are exceptional talents. They are exceptional talents and only going to get better. That's see next season, though. That's see next season where they fall, right? Let's see next season when they fall. The Martinelli one, I agree with you guys. The Martinelli one's he's an excellent player. I actually prefer Martinelli to Saka. I don't know why everyone always talks about Saka. I think Martinelli's the better player. I think Martinelli's an exceptional player. I just want to see what Luis Diaz does fit. This is my issue with Luis Diaz because I have already said I don't know about how good Luis Diaz is because he's never fit. You think about it since we bought Luis Diaz. We bought him last January. He came in. He got injured a little bit last season. Then at the beginning of this season, he got injured, and we haven't seen him for 6 months till just the end of the season. So let's see what Luis Diaz is like for a whole season. Let's see what Luis Diaz's potential is like for, because we're talking about potential here, guys. We're talking about potential. Luis Diaz has got a lot of potential as well. Let's see what a fit Luis Diaz can do for a whole season, and then we're questioning him. Let's do that. Let's see what Luis Diaz can do in a whole season, and see what he's about. Let's see what he's about. I'd have Martinelli over Saka, though. I think most of you in the chat are the same. Martinelli is an exceptional player. I think he's got a big, bright future. I think Saka, the problem with Saka at Arsenal, I think Saka can get burnt out. I think Saka could get burnt out. Arsenal got to be very protective over Saka because he's England's poster boy at the moment as well. And a lot of things are in his shoulders. And they've just gave him 300 grand a week. So Arsenal have just given Saka close to 300 grand a week. So Saka next season at his very, very young age, he's won nothing. Saka's won nothing in his career. I think apart from an FA Cup, other than that, he's won nothing in his career. And he's been rewarded with a 300 grand a week contract. Now, Saka, that is a lot of pressure on him, on his shoulders. And if he doesn't, he's going to feel that pressure next season. There's no doubt about it. And I think Martinelli's the one there. I think Martinelli is an exceptional talent. I think Arsenal might find it hard to keep Martinelli in the future. Martinelli looks like he could go to Real Madrid. Martinelli looks that player that could play for Real Madrid. I've probably got it wrong there. Martinelli is an exceptional player. I'll give you that, guys. I got that one wrong. Oh, my hands up. Actually, Martinelli is an exceptional player. My only thing, I want to see Luis Diaz have a full season. Do you guys know what I mean? Let's see what Diaz does with a full season. Let's see what Diaz does for a full season. Because my worry is, I've already said it. I said it in a video before. I don't know how good Luis Diaz is. I know a lot of Liverpool fans absolutely love Luis Diaz and rate him highly. You know, big up Drifty from Coppish. I know he loves him. He rates him highly. We've only really seen Diaz in parts in his Liverpool career so far, in bits and pieces. Let's hope, fingers crossed, touch wood, that Luis Diaz is completely injury-free next season and has a great year at left wing. And then we can rate him. But till then, I will say Martinelli over Luis Diaz. Fair enough. You guys in the chat have got me. I will say Martinelli over Luis Diaz right now. I want to see what he does next season, if that makes sense. But I'm still having Salah over everyone. I don't care what anyone says. I'm having Salah over everyone. Yes, Salah's getting older. Is Saka ever going to get to Salah's potential? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. But putting 300 grand a week on that young man's shoulders, I think it's a bit out of order. I ain't going to lie. I think that's a bit out of order. I think Saka, putting that money on Saka straight away, man. Yeah, that's harsh, man. I think it's harsh. I know you're trying to keep people away from signing him, but giving him almost 300 grand a week, the boy has to perform next season. Saka has to get 20 goals next season. Saka has to be getting 20 plus goals next season, or people will go come for him, man. People will go come for him. Gunners 14. Saka is our best player. I think Martinelli's your best player, my man. I think Martinelli's your best player, to be fair. I think Martinelli's a gem, an absolute gem. Saka's a good player, but are you, Gunners 14, let me know. You're in the chat. You're an Arsenal fan. Are you a little bit worried that the big wage that Saka's going to get, do you think that's going to be a lot of pressure on him next season? And everyone knowing this is how much he gets paid a week now at such a young age. Let me know in the chat, man. Let me know in the chat. Salah doesn't bring much, but GA. That's all I want from him, though, Wino, to be fair. That's all I want from him. I don't care if he takes on 4 players and crosses it in or anything like that. All I want from Salah is GA, because at the end of the day, GA wins football matches. Goals and assists wins football matches, and that's all I want from him. The idea of football is to score goals. Yeah. So if I've got a player, or all he does is score goals and assists, that's all I want from him. I'm not bothered about him taking on 4 players and running 100 miles down the wing and stuff like that, and then not setting anyone up. If I want that, I'll get St. Maximin. If I want a player who looks good on the eye but has no end product, I'd go and buy St. Maximin from Newcastle, because St. Maximin's that player. He's good on the eye. Everyone loves what he does, all the tricks, all the showboating and all that. 0 end product, yeah? Give me a player, gives me end product, man. Give me Salah. Give me GA all day long. Give me GA all day long. Give me GA all day long. Saka's money is a bit too much, to be honest. Yeah, it is. It's not fair on him. Gunner 14, I think us all in the chat here think Martinelli's a top boy, man. Yeah, Odegaard's a quality player. Saka and Odegaard are our best players. Yeah, Odegaard's quality, man. Odegaard's quality. But I prefer Martinelli over Saka, my friend. That's all I'm saying. One Saka's ball drop with you partying with the 300k with the ladies. Jamie, will we get Thuram? I'm hoping he'll be a decent player, man. Saka will be better than player than Salah. Look, if he can get to Salah's levels, then you got a hell of a player. That's all I'm going to say. 30 goals and 15 assists and 1-0. Who's that? Saka or Salah? Because Arsenal have 1-0 as well, ain't they? Ain't Arsenal 1-0? I swear Liverpool won the Community Shield. I'm taking the Community Shield as well, guys. Yeah, I'm childish, man. I'm taking that. Give me that Community Shield, guys. I ain't messing. I want that Community Shield. Give it to me. I want that Community Shield. I ain't messing, guys. I ain't messing here. Give me that Community Shield. Yeah, but I think Arsenal were trophyless, were they not? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think they were trophyless. I mean, I might be wrong. By the way, when Liverpool competed with Man City for the Premier League, Liverpool picked up trophies. You know what I mean? Liverpool finished on 97 points to 1 year and went and won the Champions League. The following year, they won the Premier League. The following the season after that, we went trophyless. The season after that, we almost won a quadruple. So, yeah. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, there's levels, guys. There's levels. But, yeah, but they're trophyless. Jamie, but it's their best year in 20 years. It is their best year in 20 years, and they're trophyless. You know what I mean? Look, I get told this all the time. It don't matter where you finish in the league. What's the point in being runners up when you're going to be so many points behind the champions, and then you've got no trophy to show for it at the end of the season? See, have Newcastle had a better season than Arsenal? Just saying, man. No, I'm just saying. Yeah, Community Shield. I'm taking that. I'm taking that Community Shield. Yeah, Wino says yeah. See, I'm taking that Community Shield, man. Taking that Community Shield. You know, Arsenal are trophyless, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, can't all win trophies in this game. You can't all win trophies. You know. Jamie, I disagree with you, Jamie. Saka is a young up and coming. He's done well. He's been one of the Arsenal's best performers. Salah has done what for us this season. We're going to finish 5th. Not a good point. So on that point, Bizzle, Salah has more GA, more goals and assists than Saka this year. And both teams have got, and Arsenal won nothing. Arsenal won nothing. What did Arsenal win? What did Arsenal win? I mean, come on. What did Saka get all them goals and assists for then? That's what I'm saying, guys. What did Saka get all them goals and assists for? Yeah, they go finish in the top 4 in the Champions League. Yeah, we go finish Europa League. But I'm not saying Saka's not a bad player. But I think everyone's getting a little bit confused. I rate Saka highly. I just said I think it's a bit out of order to give Saka 300 grand a week when he's won nothing with Arsenal. He's not proved anything yet. He's not won anything. And he's getting 300 grand a week. Do you know the pressure they're putting on that young man's shoulders next season? Even Arsenal fans are saying it. You know, it's a lot of pressure to put on Saka next year. Yeah, they're happy they're keeping him and they got him all signed up. But it's a lot of pressure to put on a young lad like him straight away. Right, let's find out next season. Because I'm telling you, next season, Liverpool will finish above Arsenal next season. I'm putting that out there right now in the live chat right now. Copy it out, clip it up. Liverpool will finish above Arsenal next season. Liverpool will finish above Arsenal next season. I'm telling everyone right now. I'm telling everyone right now. I don't get the love affair with Arsenal. I don't get everyone's love affair with them. I ain't going to lie. They were on top of the Premier League for 96% of the season and didn't win the Premier League. 96% of the season they were on top of the Premier League and they bottled it. I don't get the love affair of them. I don't get it. Really don't get it. They're nowhere near our points total. In fact, here's a mad one for you. Man City could win the Premier League by 10 points. If Arsenal don't win their last game of the season, City will win the league by 10 points. There is no competition. No competition at all. And Arsenal are on top of that league for 96% of the season, and they could lose the league by 10 points. Nowhere near City. Nowhere near City. That is the biggest bottle job. And then they go and give Saka 300 grand a week for finishing 10 points behind the team that has won the league, and they got no trophies. That is madness. Absolute madness. It could come back to haunt them. It really could. Could really come back to haunt them. Really could come back to them. Why should he be pressured? I thought he is world class. Big up Tyrone. Big up Tyrone. Yeah, Saka's nowhere near world class. People go well over the top. People go way over the top. Arsenal bottled harder than Spurs. Mad joke. It's mad, ain't it? Man City are on 88 points right now. Arsenal are on 81. And people try to compare this Arsenal team to Liverpool's Jurgen Klopp team that went against Man City in the Premier League. Every time Liverpool came second under Jurgen Klopp, we had 90 plus points. 90 plus points every time we come against City. And plus we won trophies on the way. Yeah, there's no comparing, man. Yeah, it's mad, ain't it? It's absolutely mad. It's absolutely mad. But how did we get onto all this Arsenal talk anyway? How did we get onto all this Arsenal talk? It wasn't even an Arsenal video. I think it's because I mentioned like I wouldn't swap any players, and we went a bit over the top in this Arsenal chat. Right, bung Arsenal. Who cares about Arsenal? They bottled the league big time. Right, let's forget about them. Let's talk about Liverpool. Guys, I want your 3 midfielders Liverpool go buy in the summer in the live chat right now. Yeah, but what I'm saying, Jamrock, we won trophies in them years as well. Do you know what I mean? We won trophies in them years as well. Give me your free transfer, 3 midfielders we'll go buy, guys. Give me your 3 midfielders. Give me your 3 midfielders we should buy in the summer. I want everyone's 3 midfielders, guys. There's 140 odd people in the chat. Give me your 3 midfielders you would buy in the summer. Yes, Alex Scott is a tremendous player, man. He's going to go to a Premier League team. There's no doubt about it. If I was Liverpool, I'd snap him up. I'd get him in because I think he's going to be a future star. Liverpool should get him in now for the future and keep him. Maybe buy him and send him on loan somewhere to get some experience, but make sure he's your player. If I was Liverpool Football Club, I'd be going to get Alex Scott tomorrow. I really would. Get him in, loan him out, but make sure he's part of your team because I'm telling you what, he's going to be the next kind of Jude Bellingham and that goes down the ring. We need to get hold of them players. Right, Jen's going with Mac Allister, Timber, and Birch. Timber, 2 midfielders and a defender for Jen. Captain Sal's going Mac Allister, Ugarte, and Thuram. Daz is going Mac Allister, Thuram, and Timber. Mac Allister plus 2, unheard of a 3. Pat Butcher, Shelley Carter, and Heather. Watching you all the way from undisclosed location downtown. Big up to you, my friend. To be honest, I have no idea our transfer list was defo just Jude. Now they're panicking with all these rumours coming every day. I don't think they're panicking. I think we got players lined up, my friend. I think we got players lined up. Bellingham, Caicedo, and Mac Allister. Jamrock. Mac Allister, Ugarte, and Thuram. A lot of talk around Timber. Yeah, we'll get to Timber in a bit. Barella, Kimmich, and Rice. That would be a heck of a transfer. Timber is a midfielder. Mac Allister, Birch, and Thuram. Mac Allister, Jude, and Kimmich. Mac Allister, Timber, and some freebies. Mac Allister, Birch, and Barella. Mac Allister, Barella, and Tuchemeni. Tuchemeni. I was going to chat about Tuchemeni. Now, Real Madrid don't really use him properly. Tuchemeni is talking about Tuchemeni wants to leave Real Madrid. Liverpool still have high hopes of. But I'm not going to go down that road. I think Liverpool want Tuchemeni. If there's a deal that can be done, tell you what. If our 2 midfielders we got in were Mac Allister and Tuchemeni, and when we got like a 3rd midfielder in as a prospect player like a Lavia, that I'll be happy with. If somehow Liverpool went and got Tuchemeni, I'm telling you right now, people might laugh at this, and you probably are in the chat right now. I think Liverpool should try and get everything there to do to get Tuchemeni out of Real Madrid. I don't think Real Madrid are using him. He's not happy at Real Madrid. He should have chosen Liverpool in the first place. Tuchemeni and Mac Allister, and then you can go and get a Lavia as that prospect player. Yeah, then we're there. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Tuchemeni would be. Oh man, that'd be sweet. Jamie, if we only get Mac Allister, how does that get us top 4? Well, we almost got top 4 this season playing shit. So we'll play better next season. Yeah. Keegan, Mac Allister, Jude, Kimmich. Big up Jamie, keep up the great work. Big up Chaz, big up to yourself, my friend. Klopp always has a trick up his sleeve when it comes to transfers. I agree. Kone, Thuram, Mac Allister. A lot of Mac Allisters in, and 2 midfielders. A lot of Mac Allisters in. We know if we don't win the league with Jude, I will see who they blame. Timber and he played DM before. Scraps on no, I'll stick Bellingham in. Barella, Mac Allister, and Jacob Ramsey. Colwill over Timber. I agree. Tuchemeni. Schuemeni. It's weird how people pronounce it, ain't it? Tuchemeni is how I pronounce it. Tuchemeni, Schuemeni. Is the T silent? I don't know. No, reject this. I don't want him anymore. Yeah, I agree. It's fantasy stuff, man. It's just fantasy stuff. I don't want that, Drea. It's Schuemeni. So everyone pronounces it different, man. Shoes. I always said 2 shoes too many. Do you know what I mean? Jamie, I think we'll only sign 2 midfielders. Tuchemeni. Sangare. That's a name I haven't seen since last season. Mac Allister and Thuram. Jamie, what do you think of Andy Jacobs? What, on Talk Sport? That's the only Andy Jacobs I know. Leave Trent in midfield. We will be pissed. Top four. Trent best in the league. Someone as ever in need of a nickname. Yeah, I mean, 5 people in the live chat have all called Tushimeni by different names. It's got a different pronunciation. Like when I listen to his name in live commentary, the reason I say Tushimeni is because I listened to a Real Madrid game with live commentary, and that's how they pronounced his name. So that's the way I say it. The T is silent. Shumeni then. Just call him Shuey. We're in for another disappointing summer, I feel, says AT. I don't know. I think we'll actually be all right. I agree. We should get Alex Scott and Ramsey are great prospects. Yeah, look, this Alex Scott guy, go and watch him, guys. He's a tremendous talent. He's going to go to the Premier League in the summer. He's going to go to the Premier League in the summer. Go and snap him his hand. I'd get him in. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Andy Jacobs, Tyrone. I'll go be fair. He talks a bit of nonsense. Choose the money. It's pronounced Chuamini. There you go. I'll go with Scraps' pronunciation. Chuamini. There you go, Scraps. I'll go with your pronunciation, my man. Chuamini. Thuram, Kone, Caicedo, Mac Allister. So the Caicedo one. What do we think is going to happen with Caicedo at Brighton? I'm not sure on the Caicedo one. Now, it all depends what Brighton value him at. If Brighton value him at 70 million, I think you get a lot of people talking for him. I think I think Arsenal are very much in a Declan Rice thing at the moment. If Arsenal, I don't know why I keep saying Everton. If Arsenal get Declan Rice, I don't think Arsenal will go get Declan Rice and Caicedo. So where does Caicedo go in the summer? Where's Caicedo go in the summer? Because if you ask me, he's Chelsea bound. If I'm looking at Caicedo, I'm looking at a player that wants to go to Chelsea. Because if Arsenal go get Declan Rice, they aren't going to be able to get Declan Rice and Caicedo for my money. Because that's going to be like 170 million. So Rice is going to cost you 70 mil, and Caicedo is going to cost you what? Between 70 and 100 million? And I've watched Caicedo. There is parts of Caicedo's game that needs a lot of work. There's a lot of his game that needs a lot of work. And I wouldn't go over that 70 million threshold for him. I think 70 million's too much, to be fair. I think Caicedo should be max worth 50 mil. There is a lot of his game that still needs a lot of work. And he's passing for one. So I think Caicedo is about the 50 million range. I really do. Anything higher than that, for me, is not worth it. I mean, 70, 80, 90 million, what they're asking for is a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. A lot of news about Eze going around as well. Eze, I just don't think it suits Jurgen Klopp's system. I'd rather see Eze go to another club where he can be more free, if that makes sense. I think Eze's a talent. I think Eze needs to go to a club where he can be more free and be himself. I think if he went to a Liverpool, I don't think he'd be able to be as his natural self like he is at Crystal Palace, if that makes sense. I don't think it suits us. Yeah, Brighton value 80 and 90, exactly. If they're in Arsenal buying Declan Rice to 70, I don't see him going for Caicedo for that either. Basuma's dog. I mean, Basuma. I think Basuma. You know what Basuma is? Basuma is one of them players always looks better at a smaller team. You get this quite a lot with players. I think Basuma is one of them footballers that always looks better at a smaller team. And when they go to a bigger team, they don't look the player they were at a smaller side, if that makes sense. And I think Basuma is one of them players. Arsenal have £200 million to spend in the summer. So they say. I think, Mick, that was with potential sales, to be fair. I think that's with potential sales. Yeah, they're two good players, man. The two good players. I think weren't PSG interested in Eze? But is it PSG? I think they're interested in Eze. That would make sense for him. Yeah, that's the one who I'd want, Eze or an Elise. They're great young players, but I think you're right, Jamie. Yeah, I just don't think they suit us. Yeah, I mean they're bigger than Brighton, though. Do you know what I mean, Kay? That's what I mean. They're bigger than Brighton, but you are right. Spurs ain't a big team. I don't get right. I'm going to say this right now because my brother-in-law and nephew are Spurs fans, and my sister's a Spurs fan, so they're probably watching this and they go mad right now. But I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now because Spurs talk irritates me. All right. And Spurs fans irritate me. I was watching the Football Terrace the other day. I don't know if you guys caught this, yeah? I was watching the Football Terrace the other day, and the Spurs fans on there were saying no to Thomas Frank, right? Thomas Frank at Brentford, they're going, no, we don't want Thomas Frank. We need bigger than that. We need better than Thomas Frank. We're a big club. I was like, so I'm sitting there thinking, no, you're not. The only reason Spurs are a big club is because of Daniel Levy. Because Daniel Levy made you a big club financially, right? That is why Tottenham are a big club. Tottenham are not a big club. They're a big club financially. They're not a big club supported. And these Tottenham fans go, no to Thomas Frank. Thomas Frank could walk in at Tottenham and be excellent. What are you chatting about? I don't get the Tottenham fan base. You're not a big club. You know, get over yourselves. You're a decent side. You're a decent side. It's just mad. I don't get it. I don't get like, oh no, we don't want Thomas Frank. Why would we want the Brentford manager? Because he's damn good. Because he's a good manager. And they're going, oh, we need to look at the managers we've had. We've had Conte, we've had Mourinho. Yeah, and how did that work? How did that work getting Conte and Mourinho, Tottenham fans? How did that work? You struggled and you're crap. Yeah? 1-0. Yeah? Maybe you need to go down the Pochettino route. Tottenham, for me, should go down the route of a young manager and give him a few years and put no pressure on him. I don't get where the pressure comes on Tottenham Hotspur, where they got to finish in the top 4 every year. You're not a top 4 club. You're not a Champions League club. Yeah, you've been in there a few times, but you're not a Champions League club. When you got to the Champions League final against us a few years back, you were just happy to be there. You didn't even think you were going to win it, not once. You were just happy to be there because you're small time. And now you're getting a bloke in I have never heard of, the Feyenoord manager. Something Slot, his name is. He's going to come to there. But you say no to Thomas Frank. Give over yourselves. Get over yourselves, man. Absolutely give over yourselves. Tottenham need a young manager to come in that has no pressure on him and that can build that side for the next few years. Like when Pochettino came to Tottenham, yeah, he was an okay manager. He did well at Southampton, yeah, but he never won anything. He's a loser by trade. But you gave him time, you gave him the players, and you gave him the time to build a side there. Yeah, that's what Tottenham need. They need a Thomas Frank who come into Tottenham tomorrow, start well, don't put no pressure on him. Don't go, oh, you must finish in the top 4 next season. You're not a top 4 club. Stop it. Oh, these Tottenham fans. Arnie Slot is his name. That's it. Sounds like a Paul name. It does, don't it? Arnie Slot, man. Do you know what? I don't actually agree with that, John. I don't actually agree with that. Because if it weren't for Daniel Levy and the ownership at Tottenham, they wouldn't have been considered a top 6 club. They're only considered a top 6 club. They only got invited to the Super League because of their financial powers. That is the only reason Tottenham are in there. It's not because of their heritage or what they've won or how successful they've been, because they've not been. They're only classed as a top 6 club because of their financial means. And that's because of Daniel Levy and the ownership at Tottenham Hotspur. Look, they built a brand new stadium. They built all these hotels around the stadium. A lot of money's coming into the club. But they got to spend wisely at Tottenham. Tottenham can't go and buy this player, that player, and this player, and that player. because they're Tottenham. They got to spend them wisely and within their budget. Tottenham. I'm 41 years old. I've grown up. Tottenham were nothing team. Tottenham were the odd FA Cup team in the league. Always have been. They were the odd FA Cup team that would do pretty well in the league some years, but most of the time they finished 10th, 9th, or 8th, or something like that in the first division or the Premier League. They weren't that side. And then is it Lewis or whatever his name came in as the owner of Tottenham, put Daniel Levy as chairman, and because of their financial power, they were then able to buy players and get a good side going, and that gave them top 6. That's why they're a top 6 team, because of financial reasons, not because of the size of the football club. Do you know what I mean? That is why. Yeah, Levy's a joke. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a good owner. Jamie, you have me in stitches. You're staring at the pot big time. Oh, I just get fed up. I just get fed up of privileged. Fans that think they're so privileged. This is what it does my head in, Mick. I hear Tottenham fans screaming on the Football Terrace and on other channels going, "I wouldn't have Thomas Frank." You're Tottenham. You're not a successful team. You won the last time you won a league title was in black and white. You're an FA Cup side. What are you meaning you're saying no to Thomas Frank, who's a good manager? Look what he's done at Brentford with no money. No money at Brentford. And look at the job he's done for 2 seasons in the hardest league in the world. And you're going to say no to him. How privileged can you honestly be? How privileged can you be, man? That's what does my head in. It just does my head in. It's like they think they're Real Madrid. No, we say no to Thomas Frank. We want Carlo Ancelotti. I'm on that level. I want Carlo Ancelotti. He came to Everton. Well, why can't he come to Tottenham? It's like Everton are a bigger club than Tottenham. That's probably why. There you go. I've said it. Tottenham fans come for me. Tottenham fans come for me, but Everton are a bigger club than you. I don't care what anyone says. Tottenham are like, who's the biggest club in London? Chelsea? I don't know how this has gone on to Liverpool, this talk. Chelsea are the biggest club in London, then Arsenal, and then Tottenham and West Ham are about even, I'd say. I'd say Tottenham and West Ham are about even. Yeah. I'm stirring the pot, though. I love it. I love it. And one thing, did anyone know that Man City won the Premier League? Because I've not seen no news about it. Yeah, I'm going to stir the pot big time now. There was more headlines about Bobby Firmino leaving Liverpool than there were City winning the Premier League. No one cared. No one cared, and that's what's upsetting as well, that no one actually cares. I actually put on my TV the other day, and there was more headlines about Bobby Firmino leaving Liverpool and the fans singing Bobby Firmino's song and him crying and everything than there were news about City winning the title. No one gave a shit. No one gave a crap. It's like, no one cared. Bobby Firmino is bigger than Manchester City. That's all it tells me. Yeah, exactly. City have done a three-peat and no one gives a fuck. It's so true. Literally no one cares that City did a three-peat. No one. It's madness. Yeah, you got to remember, that is a good point. Before, well, we're saying that Gianluca Vialli won trophies, didn't he? He did. To be fair, Gianluca Vialli, before Abramovich came, didn't Chelsea make the Champions League semi-final the year before Abramovich came? If I remember rightly, I've just scratched my head with my own glasses. Do you see that? I've literally just scratched my head with my own glasses. What the hell? Jamie, don't like London, man. I live in London. I've got to be careful. People are going to come for me. It'll come for me, man. 5 times in 6 years and no one cares. I know. Arsenal bottling the league was bigger news than City winning the Prem. I know, it's madness. I think it's madness. I think Arsenal is the king of London, Liverpool the biggest in the country. Oh, big up Toto Hammer. Big up, my friend. And guys, what you got to remember here is, look at the scratch my glasses. I just gave my head. What the heck? Can you see that? Sweating to death. Look at that. What the hell? Arsenal are bigger than Chelsea, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, it's because Chelsea have won European Cups. I haven't laughed this much in a long time, Grace. Yeah. Do you know what? I felt like just giving it a bit. You know, we're talking about the Liverpool stuff. We went off topic, and then I felt like just digging it in a little bit because it was annoying me. It's not from the glasses. What was it from? Yeah, it's the nose bit on my glasses caught me right there when I went up like that. Jamie Potter takes skill. Scratch your own head with your glass. Oh, guys, it's scratching you. Yeah, can you imagine? All you see in a minute is my screen go completely blank. You know, with the poltergeist getting me. Imagine, I'm talking to you right now. In a room. Oh, man. Yeah, fuck the poltergeist. What are we chatting about here? Jamie's been fighting with his cat. Now let's go to United and finish the set, Jamie. Let's do United now. Oh, let's do United, actually. Fuck them. So United are back. I don't know if you know it, guys, but Man United are back. Man United are back. They're having their greatest season in 20 years. United are having their greatest season in 20 years, and they're fourth. But they're back. They're back. United are back. United have lost 9 games this season, exactly the same as Liverpool, who we admit have been terrible. But United are back. They've only scored 52 goals, and they're back. They've conceded 41 goals, but they're back. And they're on 69 points, 3 points above Liverpool with 2 games to go. But they're back. United are shambles. United are an utter shambles. They lost 7-0 to their arch rivals, but it doesn't matter because we're back. Yeah, they won't. They're back. They're back. Yeah, Man United are back. Oh, man. So Man United have played 36 games, won 21, drawn 6, lost 9, only scored 52, right? I say only scored 52 because Brighton and Hove Albion have scored 70. Brighton have scored 70 goals this season. How did that happen? But Man United are back because they're fourth and they've only scored 52 goals and they've got a goal difference of 11. But they're back. They're crap. And they're lucky to be fourth. They're lucky to be fourth. They are so lucky to be fourth at Man United. If Liverpool and Chelsea weren't so bad this season, Man United will nowhere be in the top 4. Can we all agree with that right now? If Liverpool and Chelsea weren't so bad this season, would United be anywhere near the top 4? No, they wouldn't. No, they wouldn't. They would be nowhere near it. Absolutely nowhere near it. Oh, man. What's the difference between Ollie Ball and Ten Hag Ball? Nothing. Do you know the reason? Because they're back! They're back! Do you remember when they finished second with Ollie? They're back! Yeah, United are in the dumpster, man. United are in the dumpster. Could you imagine Right, here's a scenario for you guys. So, Man United's game in hand is against Chelsea, yeah? Can you imagine if Chelsea beat Man United, right? So Man United are on 69 points. right? And Liverpool are on 66, so we're 3 points off United, yeah? We've only got a game to go, right? And United lose their game to Fulham on the last day of the season, yeah? And Liverpool beat Southampton, yeah? So Liverpool finished on 69 points, the same as Man United, right? Guess who gets fourth? Because we got a better goal difference because we beat them 7-0, but they're back. Yeah. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I think Mick's right. It just goes to show how bad the league is this season. I think you're right, man. I think you're right. So if Chelsea somehow beat United, or is it on Thursday, that game? I can't remember when that game is. When's Man United, Chelsea? That's their game in hand, ain't it? Let me have a look. When is that game? 25th of May. It's on Thursday. So say Chelsea beat Man United. Look, Man United only need a point. Yeah, so it's not going to happen. But say that's a bit of entertainment here. This is entertainment purposes only, right? Entertainment purposes only. Say Man United lose to Chelsea, yeah. So in the last game of the season, yeah, Liverpool beating Southampton, yeah. Man United are losing to Fulham, right? They're bottling it big time, yeah. And then it finishes at full time. Liverpool beating Fulham, Liverpool beating Southampton, and Fulham are beating Man United, yeah? And we're on the same point, 69 points, right? But we will be fourth on goal difference. And then, do you remember them Man United fans, guys? Do you remember them Man United fans doing all their YouTube videos again? Losing 7-0 to Liverpool doesn't really matter because what does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. We lost 7-0, but we're still above them. They're going to end up fifth. So we're losing 7-0 to your arch rivals don't really mean anything. Could you imagine if they lost both their games against Chelsea and Fulham? Finished on 69 points. Liverpool beat Southampton, finished on 69 points, but will go into fourth place and into Champions League next season because we beat them 7-0. And then all their fans will go in, but 7-0 don't mean anything. You know what I mean? That would be hilarious. Hilarious. And I would be laughing my head off for hours. I really would. Oh, it just cracked me up. If I'm going to watch Thursday, if Chelsea beat Man United on Thursday, it's on. The banter. If United bottle this, they shouldn't because they only need a draw. They only need 1 point in their two games. They don't need to win both. They could lose one and draw one, and they'll be there. But if they somehow bottle this, but they're back. They're back. At least as a Liverpool fan, we can take it that we've been crap this year and we're going to finish fifth because that's what we deserve. We're not pretending we're back. Yeah, we're back. Beating them on goal distance would be the funniest thing in Premier Street. It would be. I'll get a T-shirt made of it, guys. I would get a T-shirt made of it. My wife is an expert. My wife makes merchandise. I'd literally get my wife to make that T-shirt, like Liverpool fourth, Man United fifth, and put the goal difference there. I'd get a T-shirt made. Liverpool fourth, Man United fifth. Same point, 69. Great number, by the way. Then get the goal difference up. Liverpool's goal difference better, and then get like a 7-0 underneath it with a 7-Up can or something like that. I'd get them T-shirts made, man. I'd make them money. I'd just sell them everywhere. You guys would all buy one. I'd just sell them all everywhere, man. I'd get that made. I'd get that made. It ain't going to happen because United are going to get the draw and put some fourth and we're going to finish fifth. This is just entertainment purposes only. Please, no Man United fans come in here and go, I thought you said you're going to get entertainment purposes only. I think I need to put that on before my videos from there on. Entertainment purposes only. I'd buy one. Yes, Jen. Thursday, mark it down, kick the wife against that. Oh, man. Guys, thank you very much for being with me today. I've gone 2 hours all by myself, guys, just chatting to you guys. Had a lovely time. Had a great time. Big up to everyone in the chat. You made this video brilliant. I've had a really good time with you guys this evening. Thank you for 168 likes. Big up to everyone who's hit that like button today. Thank you for all the new subscribers as well. I do appreciate it. We had a few new subscribers while I've been live today. You guys make this worth it. Thank you very much for all your time today, guys. Guys, I'll be back. Like I said, one of my Goldbridge, you remember? Imagine. I will be back. What is it tomorrow? Wednesday. I'll be back sometime tomorrow, guys. So make sure you hit your notification bell so you know when I upload a video. Big up to everyone. Thank you very much for joining me.